Scary times. Israel took it upon themselves to strike Iran in the middle of the night on, what was it, Friday night?
Yeah,
Iran
I believe so.
has responded pretty swiftly over the last 2 days, hitting some major population centers in Israel, in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, in Haifa. And the reason why they're hitting multiple major population centers is because what's left of the Israeli government that's still in Israel, because Mr. Leibowitz took his ass to Greece. But everybody that's still left in there are tunnels underneath the major population centers in Israel. So all of that, oh my God, that the Hamas, they're using the Palestinians as human shields. That's why we got to bomb hospitals, schools, colleges, churches, and any other infrastructure of the land. We got to bomb it all because they're hiding there. So now the Israelis are hiding under apartment buildings and government buildings and stores. I feel like we actually live in idiocracy. I feel like we actually
Oh,
live
we
there.
do. We do.
What happened to Trump's tough guy persona? Like, what happened to that? Why is he so comfortable? Well, I think I know why he's so comfortable. But why exactly is he so comfortable with looking like a bitch to Benjamin Netanyahu? Like, where's the comfort in that?
I
I
wanted
don't
to
get that. I thought
I
he was
wanted to
the
conflate it
bravado
with
dude.
I wanted to conflate it with Joe Biden's relationship with Israel, but I don't know. Because he gets really wishy-washy with the things that Joe Biden seemed to be like all for or all against, I guess.
Well, Joe Biden was very obviously demented. He should have never been in office. The man didn't know what the fuck was going on. Not to say that he didn't like what was going on, but he was not
Mm-hmm.
cognitive enough to make sound decisions. He just was, hey, protect Israel.
Well, neither is Trump.
Hey, Jack. Corn Pop told me to protect Israel. But Trump has always been the guy who wants to show force and wants to show strength. So in any way you put this up together, it doesn't make the United States look strong. You've already been carrying out a genocide versus a much poorer country without a standing military. That's not tough. You were losing to the Houthis. That's not tough, right? Until Israel went and bombed them, doing more like they're doing now, hitting public populations, killing civilians. I think they hit an embassy. They hit an embassy in Lebanon, right? You have been kind of getting your ass whooped in all these little skirmishes as well, getting fighter jets shot down, claiming that it fell off of the what is that? Not I don't want to call it a battleship. What is that shit called?
Carrier, an aircraft. All right, yeah,
There you go,
carrier.
aircraft carriers. They've been getting their ass kicked in these little skirmishes, and now that Iran is showing that they have the ability to overwhelm Iron Dome and David Sling and all of their anti-missile defense systems, and they're actually coming down and their civilians are getting hit and they're getting overwhelmed and Iron Dome is running out of ammunition to shoot the drones down. You look like a bitch all over again. Like you look like you and Israel now are getting bitched. He should have told, while they were going through these diplomatic talks with Iran, he should have told Benjamin Netanyahu to fuck off permanently until we are done with these talks. Now, if the talks don't go through, he probably can't stop him from doing whatever. But if you attack in the middle of us doing these talks, we will cut you off and you will be dead. Because here's the thing. They're already getting overwhelmed and they have U.S. support. And this isn't really a problem that gets solved with U.S. boots on the ground. We already saw that play out in Iraq. This is not a problem that gets solved by U.S. boots in the ground, even though that's where they're going. So for me, it was somebody in that administration job, hopefully somebody who was anti-war or anti-interventionist, to present this to Trump in a way that made him feel inferior so that he would push back against Netanyahu. I think Mossad may actually have a file on Homeboy, which is not hard to believe. He was Epstein's best friend. Epstein and Epstein's father-in-law, both former counterintelligence for the state of Israel. Okay, so it's not hard to think that they have something on Trump that would make him capitulate to all this. At the same time, all your problems go away if Benjamin Netanyahu goes away. And he's had so many opportunities to serve this man up to the ICC or serve this man up to Iran or serve him up and let him fight his own conflicts, and he's not. So I'm a little worried, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about the carriers from Russia moving into position off the coast of Alaska. This is not something that's going to stay isolated to the Middle East. It's not what a world war is. I think people forgot about how quickly the Allies and the Axis powers formed in the last World War. Like, it didn't just become everybody had the same interest. It was like, oh, well, we have roughly the same enemies. And that's how everybody backed into their corners. It ain't really going to take much for BRICS to get involved with this. For the BRICS nations to get involved with this. This is not a good place to be in. This is not a position of strength. And we're doing it at the behest of an illegal state in the middle of the Middle East, filled with a bunch of European settlers. Trump just threw a whole military parade to show strength, only to fuck up once. Iran said bet. Literally. Nobody was even at that fucking parade, bro. That was the most pathetic military parade I've ever seen in my life. He didn't even seem to be enjoying it. He didn't even seem like it. Was gray and gloomy. They said it rained a little bit. They didn't even fill the bleachers. They put stadium bleachers up on the parade. Was it the procession? It wasn't even filled. We talk about like 3-4 levels worth of bleacher seats. It wasn't filled. I don't think anybody was really looking for that, man. Like, it's not the time for it. And then you got the stuff going on in Minnesota where the two senators lost their lives by a guy dressed up as a fake cop in a fake cop car that apparently got away. Yeah, so there's a bunch of shit going on here. Mr. Leibowitz reminds me of King Joffrey. You know what? I can't even say he's Joffrey because Joffrey didn't have the sense to protect himself with war. Joffrey didn't have the foresight to create chaos to keep himself in power. He's more Tywin Lannister. He's more Tywin Lannister. He's that type of evil.